I want to welcome you to this town hall meeting. Indeed, I want to welcome you to Lagos. I want to welcome you to the state of aquatic splendor. I want to welcome you to the center of excellence, the commercial and the economic nerve center of our country, the state that indeed melts point for all Nigerians. And there's no better place to start this private sector engagement than here in Lagos. But indeed, it's John Maxwell that says that everything rises and falls on leadership. It's with great leadership that things do happen in the world. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that has been able to combine great political acumen with understanding the economy and the economics of every jurisdiction that we're here to listen to and to celebrate. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the 12th executive governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu pioneered several firsts, started this engagement with the organized private sector, way ahead of a lot of his peers at that time. You will recall that way back in winning his first tenure as the governor of this state, he started with the Engbeti Summit in 2001. That summit had continued to lead and to lead us into various economic agenda that successive government has been able to live on. He started and he baked what we know as the LEAP agenda. Under the LEAP agenda, he created the 10-point developmental agenda. The LEAP agenda, which is called the Lagos Advancement and Economic Program, led to the 10-point agenda at that time. And in the 10-point agenda, the likes of education, health, infrastructural renewal, justice and law and order, food security, public sector reform, public transportation and traffic management, power and water resources, job creation and poverty alleviation, where the high points and the development cliché that both himself and yourselves as organized private sector created way back there in 2002, 2003. You will also remember that at that time, we all, through his leadership, also created the Lagos LACID document, which was a sectoral dissection of what the economy and the economics of Lagos should be for the next 5 to 10 years. You will recall also that it was also during his time that we usually have a regular interactive session with the organized private sector. And you also recall that during his time, several firsts were recorded. It was the first sub-national that brought about independent power projects into our country. It was the first sub-national that was able to ensure that he gets what we see now as the Lekki deep sea port, the first of its kind in the entire southern part of our country. The first that we've seen big, large corporations birthing all their resources in Lagos. Just yesterday, we handed over the completion of the Lekki deep sea port, the biggest, the best, the most formidable port in our country, in West Africa, just by the sheer doggedness and audacity of the man that we're talking about. You will recall also that during his tenure, we birthed the Atlantic, the biggest real estate reclamation that we've seen in the entire sub-Saharan Africa. It was also during his time that indeed the private sector had a space in governance. He created a first-class private sector-driven cabinet that indeed we all know till today is still the envy of everybody. Indeed, this man, he's no stranger to you. This man, he's no stranger to what your needs and your aspirations and your concerns are. This man is no stranger to how you feel as private sector, as businessmen, as businesswomen, as leaders of our economies, to be able to sit with you and ensure that that concerns that you have on a day-to-day basis, he can indeed organize and ensure that it will be things of the past. He will be able to bring back his private sector dexterity, his private sector acumen, his private sector trajectory to bear with you, understanding what are your pains, what are your concerns. This is the man that we're here to listen to. This is the man that I know that all of you captains of industry see him as part of you. We are the same coin. We're just on different sides of the coin. Today, he stands here as a politician, as a leader of our party, as a presidential candidate. But if you look at the other side of the coin, you see a man that is compassionate. You see a man that is business-driven. You see a man that has a lot of acumen and intelligence and understanding that you, our businesses, go through and understand and appreciate on a day-to-day basis. Leadership, they say it's everything. But leadership is tough. Leadership is hard. You've seen what is happening in global economy. We're not immune. It's not only in our country. It's not only in West Africa. The global trend shows that indeed it's time for leaders to be stand up and be counted. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man that I've come to respect, is a man that also can help our businesses here in Lagos and in Nigeria. I want to welcome you to this event. Please listen as we trajectory to a man that indeed has what it takes to lead this country forward with a renowned hope for the future. Thank you very much, and once again, welcome to Lagos.